The rain poured down in relentless sheets, drumming against rooftops and turning the quiet street into a world of shimmering puddles and blurred reflections. The air was thick with the scent of wet earth and the distant rumble of thunder, as if the whole neighborhood was holding its breath. But for 10-year-old Lily, this was just another walk home from the library, her favorite place in the world. She loved the way the rain made everything feel softer, quieter, as if she was the only person left in the world. Her yellow raincoat was a bright spot in the gray afternoon, and she clutched her stack of borrowed books tightly under her arm, careful not to let them get wet. She hurried along, head down, until something made her stop in her tracks. There, huddled beneath a rusty awning, was a German shepherd, soaked to the bone and shivering violently. His fur was matted, and one of his legs was twisted at an odd angle, making it clear he was hurt and alone. His amber eyes lifted to meet hers, and in that moment, Lily saw a world of pain and fear reflected back at her. The dog's gaze was pleading, desperate for kindness, and it tugged at something deep inside her heart. Lily hesitated, her mother's warnings about stray animals echoing in her mind. She knew she should be careful, but there was something about this dog, something gentle and broken, that made her want to help no matter what. She took a cautious step closer, her heart pounding in her chest. The dog whimpered softly but didn't move away. Instead, he watched her with hopeful, trusting eyes, as if he sensed she was his only chance. In that instant, the world around Lily seemed to disappear. The rain, the cold, even the weight of her books, all of it faded away. All that mattered was the injured animal before her and the silent connection that had formed between them. Just then, the jingle of a bell cut through the rain as a gruff, middle-aged man stepped out of the shop next door. He wore work clothes and a scowl, clearly annoyed by the weather and the interruption. "You looking at that mutt?" he grumbled, eyeing Lily and the dog. "Owner left him here days ago. I'd call the pound, but I ain't got time for that sort of thing." He looked Lily up and down, then shrugged. "Tell you what, give me $5 and you can take him. Otherwise he's on his own. I can't keep feeding strays." $5, a fortune to Lily, who had been saving her allowance for weeks to buy a new book. But as she looked at the trembling dog, the money suddenly felt like the smallest price in the world. Her hands shook as she counted the crumpled bills in her pocket, rainwater smudging the ink. The man's offer was harsh, almost cruel, but it was also a sliver of hope, a chance for the dog to have a future and for Lily to do something that truly mattered. She looked into the dog's eyes once more, seeing the silent plea, the trust, and the fear. In that gaze, she saw not just an animal in need, but a friend waiting to be saved. Lily's mind raced with possibilities and worries. What would her mother say? Could she really take care of an injured dog? But deep down, she knew the answer was already clear. The rain, the world, everything else faded into the background, leaving only the two of them, Lily and the dog, standing together in the storm. All that remained was a choice, to walk away and forget, or to take a leap of faith and save a life, no matter the cost. And in that moment, with the rain pouring down and her heart full of courage, Lily knew exactly what she had to do. She reached out, determined to change both their lives forever. $5. Lily's birthday money, meant for colored pencils, now felt like a lifeline. She thought of the art she'd dreamed of making, but the dog's quiet whine shattered her resolve. The pencils could wait, this couldn't. With trembling hands, Lily pulled the bill from her pocket and handed it to the man. "Okay," she whispered. "I'll take him." The man grunted, took the money, and disappeared, leaving Lily alone with her new injured companion. Panic flickered. How would she get him home? What would her mom say? But when the dog lifted his head, the despair in his eyes softened. It wasn't hope, not yet, but it was something close. Lily realized she'd made the right choice. She'd traded her dream for a chance to save his, and that was enough. Getting the dog home was a challenge. The rain poured down in heavy sheets, soaking Lily's clothes and making every step slippery and slow. The dog, a large German shepherd, leaned heavily against her, his body trembling with pain and fear. Each time he stumbled, Lily's heart pounded with worry, but she refused to give up. She whispered gentle words of encouragement, promising him safety and warmth if he could just keep going. He was heavy, limping, and scared. His eyes darted nervously, searching for danger in every shadow, and his breaths came in short, anxious bursts. The bandage on his leg was already soaked through, but he pressed on, trusting Lily's steady hand. Lily laid her raincoat on the ground, creating a makeshift path over the muddy grass, and coaxed him gently, step by step, all the way to her small house. She spoke softly, her voice a lifeline in the storm, guiding him forward with patience and care. Her mom arrived, shocked to see the muddy, injured dog. The sight of her daughter, soaked and determined, standing beside the trembling animal, left her momentarily speechless. Lily explained about the rain, the $5 she'd spent to help, and the desperate need she saw in the dog's eyes. She pleaded for understanding, her voice trembling with emotion. Her mom sighed, but seeing the trust in the dog's eyes, she relented. "Let's get him inside," she said softly, her own heart moved by the animal's vulnerability. That night they made a bed for him in the living room. He ate hungrily, grateful for the food and the warmth. The house, once quiet, now felt alive with hope and possibility. He allowed his wounds to be cleaned, flinching at first, but soon relaxing under Lily's gentle touch. For the first time in days, he felt safe enough to close his eyes. Lily sat beside him, stroking his head. "Your name is Max," she whispered, giving him not just a name, but a sense of belonging. She promised to be his friend, no matter what. He thumped his tail, just once, but it was enough. In that small gesture, Lily saw hope flicker in his eyes. The days that followed were quiet and gentle. Max slept, healing slowly, while Lily read to him and kept him company, her voice a soothing presence in the room. She learned his language of flicks and sighs. Every twitch of his ear or shift of his paw told her something new about his feelings and fears. He learned hers, gentle hands, a kind heart, and the promise that he would never be alone again. Slowly, Max began to trust. His eyes softened, and he started to look for Lily when she entered the room, his tail wagging a little more each day. Their new beginning was built on $5 and endless compassion. Every moment together was a step toward healing, for both of them. Max was no longer just a stray, he was family. The house felt warmer, filled with laughter and the gentle thump of his tail. Lily devoted her time to him, reading aloud, offering comfort, and making sure he knew he was loved. Max, in turn, started to heal, inside and out. His wounds closed, his eyes brightened, and his spirit slowly returned. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day. They played together, shared quiet moments, and built a trust that could not be broken. Together they found hope in the smallest moments, a shared glance, a gentle nuzzle, the comfort of simply being together. A new chapter had begun. For Lily and Max, every sunrise was a promise of better days ahead, filled with love, trust, and the joy of a second chance. Max's recovery was slow. His leg, thankfully, only sprained, needed weeks of care. Lily did gentle exercises with him daily, celebrating every small victory. But Max's wounds ran deeper, loud noises made him cower, and he flinched at sudden movements. Lily and her mom spoke softly, moved gently, and never forced him. Money was tight. Vet bills and special food added up. Lily's mom worked extra shifts. Lily did chores to help, every penny going into Max's fund. Through it all, Max's trust in Lily grew. He followed her everywhere, his limp fading, his tail wagging with real joy. Max was learning to be a dog again, and Lily was learning the true meaning of patience and love. Together, they healed. As Max slowly grew stronger, regaining his energy and spirit day by day, new worries began to creep into Lily's heart. The relief of seeing him heal was quickly replaced by a growing sense of unease. Their small house, once cozy, now felt even more cramped with such a big, energetic dog. Max's wagging tail would knock over lamps, and his playful barks echoed off the walls, making the space feel even tighter. At night, Lily would overhear her parents' hushed voices in the kitchen. The landlord's strict no-dogs policy loomed over them like a shadow, and she caught snippets of conversations about maybe having to find Max a new, better home, one where he could run and play freely. The financial strain was real and constant. Every trip to the store for dog food, every unexpected vet bill, and the regular household expenses stretched them thinner than ever before. Lily saw the worry lines deepen on her mother's face. Guilt gnawed at Lily. What started as an act of kindness, bringing Max home, now felt like a heavy burden for her mom. She wondered if she had made things harder for the family. Fear followed her everywhere. Every time an unfamiliar car slowed near their building, or the doorbell rang unexpectedly, Lily's heart would race, afraid it might be someone coming to take Max away. She walked Max quietly through the neighborhood, always on edge, avoiding neighbors and keeping to empty streets, hoping to go unnoticed. Max seemed to sense her anxiety. Whenever she felt overwhelmed, He would nudge her gently or lean against her, offering silent comfort and reminding her she wasn't alone. His presence was a source of reassurance, a steady anchor in the storm of uncertainty, but the questions about their future together never left her mind. Lily loved Max fiercely, with all her heart, but she loved her mom too. The thought of having to choose between them was almost too much to bear. The idea of losing Max, of saying goodbye to her loyal friend, was simply unbearable. Tears would sting her eyes whenever she imagined life without him. Their future together was uncertain, clouded by worries and what-ifs, but the bond they shared was unbreakable. No matter what happened, they faced it side by side. So they clung to each other, drawing strength from their love and hoping, despite everything, for a way forward, for a miracle that would let them stay together. Despite the worries, Lily and Max's bond deepened. Max waited by the door for her, brought her his favorite toy when she was sad, and learned her moods. Lily found strength in caring for him, responsibility, perseverance, and joy. Their routines became rituals, walks, training, laughter. Max was her shadow, protector, and friend. Their love filled the house, making the thought of parting unbearable. Her mom saw it too. Their connection was undeniable. They held on day by day to the gift they'd found in each other. One night, as Lily did homework, Max suddenly leapt up, barking at the smoke detector. Lily smelled burning plastic. Smoke curled from the utility closet. The detector was silent, but Max was frantic, herding Lily to the back door. Panic seized her, but Max didn't leave her side. Outside, he barked until neighbors noticed. Lily called 911. Firefighters arrived in minutes, extinguishing the fire before it spread. The chief told Lily, "If it had been 10 more minutes, the house would have been gone." He knelt beside Max. "This guy's a hero. He saved your life." Max sat calmly, duty done. Lily hugged him, tears streaming down her face. That night, Max wasn't just a rescued dog. He was a lifesaver. Their bond, tested by fire, was now unbreakable. The world would soon know their story. After the fire, everything changed. Lily's mom hugged her and Max, overwhelmed with gratitude. Their story spread. Max, the hero dog, was on the front page of the local paper. The community rallied, the landlord let Max stay, donations poured in, and the vet waived all bills. The pet store gave a year's supply of food. A contractor rewired their house for free. The Max's fund jar overflowed with kindness. A family with a farm invited Lily and Max to visit any time, so Max could run free. Lily read the letter aloud, tears of joy streaming down her face. Max had saved her life and secured their future together. Their act of compassion had come full circle. The $5 Lily spent was the best investment she ever made. Max became a local legend, but to Lily, he was proof that kindness is never wasted. Their lives, once filled with worry, were now filled with hope and belonging. Lily watched Max run free, always returning to her side, his eyes full of love. Their story became a reminder of the good in the world, a tale of empathy, loyalty, and second chances. It showed that you don't need much to make a difference, just an open heart and the courage to act. Compassion is a circle. The love you give finds its way back. And that's a lesson that will melt your heart every single time.